holding on, I wouldn't let you go. 'Cause every time I try, you find a loophole. I've been slamming the door and just leave you cold. When I come back, you've heated up the South Pole. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. Where to push or pull, and I am going mad just like you knew I would. You're reading me like an open book. You know me better than I ever thought you could. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you've tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection on me. Getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. Feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. Just take a hint, you got a free pass. Oh, try to hide it, but you had me from the get-go. Let me be frank, I'm not that complicated. If you need me, what's the use of playing games? No, there's no denying what we want. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me.
it's not too late to be heard. So tell me what I need to know. Tell me what I need to know. And stop this charade.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. Shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
Change my mind. Your headstrong forward, but this time around I'm taking my time. Don't push me. Am I the only one who's not giving up? I'm looking around, yeah, you all giving up. You need a slap in your face, time to wake the hell up. Follow blindly. Am I the only one who's not giving up? Hey, what's going on now? Do you see what I mean? Nobody gives a damn, and still they bow down, just appeasing the game to the visible ends of. You're not kidding me, no matter how hard you try. So just stay off. Come near and I'll leave. I'm just fine getting by. Follow blindly. Way my own way. See the truth behind it. Am I the only one who's not giving up? I'm looking around, yeah, you all giving up. You need a slap in your face, time to wake the hell up. Follow blindly. Am I the only one who's not giving up? I will not follow blind, not follow blind, not follow blindly. And this is who I am tonight, so get it right, don't follow blindly. Follow blindly. Way my own way.
Everybody, it's day number 4. Today we're talking about the one core focus towards profit, how we can get you there faster. And today I'm going to share with you one thing that you can change in 1 minute that can increase your revenue by 200%. Right? The exact system also of why you should be selling high ticket offers. And if you're not following this process, then you may be actually doing yourself a disservice at trying to get to that consistent 5 and 6 figure months. And this one thing may be also holding you back from those revenue dreams that you have so that you can start hiring people out of the jobs that you don't like to do. So who's excited for today? Give me Welcome everybody, it's day number 4. Today we're talking about the one core focus towards profit, how we can get you there faster. And today I'm going to share with you one thing that you can change in 1 minute that can increase your revenue by 200%. Right? The exact system also of why you should be selling high ticket offers. And if you're not following this process, then you may be actually doing yourself a disservice at trying to get to that consistent 5 and 6 figure months. And this one thing may be also holding you back from those revenue dreams that you have so that you can start hiring people out of the jobs that you don't like to do. So who's excited for today? Give me a show of hands. Yeah, whoop, whoop. Everyone's excited in the room. Excellent, excellent. All right, guys. So we'll quickly go through. If anybody is catching this for the very first time, you can still catch up on replays. They will be available for you right through till next week, okay? So you have time to catch up. If your homework hasn't been submitted also, you can also do that too. So for those who are here live, however, I forgot yesterday. I do believe, Sarah, I forgot yesterday, but the most interactive participant will be awarded later. Also breakout working sessions and laser coaching. And there's so many ways in which you can earn prizes. We've got some pretty cool prizes available for you as well throughout this boot camp. And if you feel that, oh my God, I'm watching this on replay, it doesn't matter because there will be a grand prize at the end. So far, we've had a pretty fun time here in boot camp. On day one, we spoke about the one path to evergreen. So, and also how you can get there and make sure your conversions are on point, so you're not just throwing money down the drain. On day number 2, we spoke about the one winning offer. We got out that umbrella, right? And we also spoke about how you can improve your messaging to attract the right types of client, and also the exact framework you can use to attract, close, and nurture these people. So you need to make sure that you understand your messaging. And then on day number 3, we spoke about yesterday that one repeatable growth strategy. So when you implement this, you will have a scalable, sustainable business that will get you to 5 and 6 figure months, so that you can have those consistently, and you can finally get off the hamster wheel of feeling like you're constantly creating content. And if you want to know what the 3 secret steps are, you need to go back and watch yesterday if you're joining us for the first time. And today, on day number 4, it's all about the one path to profit. And it really is the core focus that you should be focused on in regards to what you're selling. So today I'm going to share with you the one thing that you can do to increase your revenue, but also how you can sell high ticket offers ethically without feeling salesy, sleazy, or gross. It's going to be a really awesome day. Now, before we kick off, I would love to get 3 people to raise their hands and share with me what's been the biggest aha that, there are so many things. So just one thing that first comes to mind about a big aha that you've had now that we're at day number 4. So raise your hands. I'll bring you up on screen. Otherwise, I'll call you out. Lynn, yes, please share.
So we're talking the whole time, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Fun. Okay. So I felt like it was so meaningful. And like I've said this a few times, so you're like, okay, she's saying this again. But your analogy of how we can care for our audience and really escort them through a journey, that the umbrella, as an example of, we're in a storm with you, we put the umbrella up and we're walking you through the storm to this sunny outcome. And that resonated with me so much. So funny, because within my LinkedIn community, somebody posted something about, kind of to the effect of everybody's just spewing tips and tricks and advice, and it's just so overwhelming and unattainable. And it feels like very few have a tone of, I'm in this with you and I'm going to help you get to the outcome you're looking for. Yeah. And so that just really was so beautiful to me, of how we can make that our vibe, which is going to be differently.
I love that. It's so funny, like analogies and stories, right? And you guys will be practicing this through doing your lives, and some of the things that I've gotten you to do through the 5-day live challenge is, sharing stories, getting vulnerable, and, doing that analogy with the umbrella. One day I was just teaching and it just fell out. And every single person in the room was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I love that story. And, I wouldn't have known. Sometimes you just talk and stuff falls out. But running a live event reinforced that was something I need to be doing all the time, because it's super, super helpful. And that just proved it again, because it's come up every single time since I just randomly drew this thing. And this is what we were talking about in day 1, about why live is so critical to dialing in, attracting your right people, but also to help them the right way as well. So who else would like to share one big takeaway? I know we're at day 4. We've covered 3. Jess, come on up.
Yeah. So I I kept on forgetting what it was because I didn't write it down, and I need to write things down so that I remember them. So I literally had to go back through all of my notes while I was listening to Lynn, just be like, what was it? So it was like the briefest point, like yesterday's session, and you said something along the lines of like, don't let one day turn into 1 year, turn into 1 decade. And as someone who has a lot of future me problems, or like things that I want to do one day and kind of keep putting them off, I think that kind of phrasing really resonated with me. So that was kind of my big aha moment from our session so far.
Well, thank you. And I will give props to where props is due. That one I actually got from Barry I can never say her last name. I am so sorry, Barry. I'm so sorry. You know I love you. So, yeah, I've always got to give props where props is due, and that's where I heard that phrase the very first time. Anthony, come on up with little Scarlett, as always. Oh, he's probably talking to Melissa. Anthony, come up. Tell us what it is.
I was actually just sitting here looking over at my cat because we got some muffins on the dining room table, and he was trying to get up there, and he was like, "Hey, what is this up here?" And I'm like, "No, you don't need to get up there." But, I would definitely say our biggest aha moment, and this is something I was just asking Melissa about too, because there have just been so many. Many from, like Lynn was referencing with the umbrella and meeting your client or your your market where they're at and guiding them, being that light for them to be able to get to their end goal. And the other one that Melissa was saying was that being able to just go live with your even freemium offer and to just do it live and in like as a face-to-face, instead of it being like, oh yeah, this is kind of like a disconnected salesy type thing being sent out. Just really being genuine and being able to connect, because you can do so much more when you're live and actually be able to connect with someone so much better.
Yeah, and you do not need a massive amount of people to attend your live events, right? This is the thing that people think, oh, I've got to have like thousands of people sign up to my live events and so that I can make decent money. And you don't. We have seen some huge results with as few as 20 people and have 6 figures worth of sales. So, and I think it's because of that community and connection. And honestly, what we teach our clients is don't hold anything back. You literally cannot teach your entire amount of knowledge in a 5-day event. Like, we've scratched the surface. I don't have the time. This is why people come and spend years with us, right? So never be scared to overshare. And live, if you're in our community, you need to learn to embrace live. And you all have now committed, right, to going live same day, same time, every single week. And I've been doing live since 2015, as soon as Periscope, well, after I got over my fear of going live. And every week I've been live. I don't even know for how long now, but just imagine in years' time how much content. And also the different hairstyles and different weight sizes and all the things that come with back at looking through your past life. It's so funny watching all my office changes as I slowly migrated from the house and eventually out to the garage, and then turned it into an office, and created a 7-figure business from my garage, right? All right, guys, let's talk about day number 4's content. Oh, actually, before I get into it, I just want to say my team tells me that we've actually had a few questions that have come in since yesterday. So I'll just quickly touch on those before we get into today's content. Because what I know is if one of you have got this question, probably 10 of you have the same question. So before we get into the content, with your permission, I'll just go through these with you. So let me just get up Slack, because my team did send it through to Slack for me. Here it is. Okay, so a couple of times people have written in, what if I don't yet have a complete offer? So with that being said, you don't need a complete offer to work with us. As you saw, our program is broken down into multiple stages. And if you're still trying to define your offer and you feel like you're spinning your wheels, then maybe the larger program isn't for you yet, but a mapping session is what you need. And that mapping session, I guarantee you will have a complete offer that you will be proud of at the end of that. So book a call if you want to chat about the mapping session. We did have somebody in here who's just had a mapping session with me, and I think her session was like 7 hours. Not that I'm saying it'll take that long, but I don't stop until it's done. So I know a few of you have been struggling to put your offer together, so maybe just book a call and we can have a chat about that one. The other one that we had come in was, how much support do you give with the tech? And I have to say that one is a really good question, because we did say that we would build it for you, but then I thought, well, you're probably thinking to yourself, sure, you build it, but then what, right? How the hell am I supposed to manage the tech? Well, that's why you have our entire team at your disposal. So even though we've built it, it's not like another agency where they build it and then they go, here you go. We're actually in there with you every day, helping you along the way. So if you ever have any questions or you get stuck, just message and we'll jump in and check for you. And we do have a guarantee that I didn't even mention yesterday. It's just kind of a thing that we say, but we have what's called an emergency lifeline inside of our community, because I will not have my clients losing leads or money because the tech is broken. So all you need to do is drop a message inside of the Emergency Lifeline Slack channel, and the first team member that sees it will, if they can't answer the question, they will call one of the team members that can. I've literally rolled over on a Sunday morning at 4 o'clock, seen an emergency lifeline, quickly said, jump into the VOZ, jump into Zoom, fixed it. It wasn't actually broken, but she understood what was happening. She was happy. I went to the toilet. I went back to bed and be done. So we will not let you lose leads or money because the tech is broken. That's what we're there for. Okay. That's what a lot of people come in for, but it's not why people stay. People stay because of the community, the strategy that we do. And one other question that we had was, when do I need to decide? So when it comes to deciding whether or not you want to join us, we will be having a welcome celebration next week. So I would love you to be part of that welcome celebration. The program starts with that together, and it's not the defining factor of whether or not you decide, but really, why would you want to miss out on something if you can start with everybody else? And also, just know, like, we do a lot of work for you, but there is still work for you to do. I am not promising that you can come in and go, bring me all the leads, make the sales. It's not going to happen, okay? Only you can decide what you want to do, but you don't have to do it alone. So if not now, when, right? And if not who, right? If not you, who? So really, have a chat with one of our team members if you're still undecided, or just book a call, and I promise I promise you will walk away with the opportunity to improve something. I never finish one of those discussions without giving you an actionable task moving forward, even if the program isn't a good fit for you yet. You've got nothing to lose except for a bit of time and the opportunity to walk away with a strategy moving forward. But anyway, let's get into the content, and let me find my little content button. Where are you hiding? Here we go, day 4 content. Oh, they're all there already. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the why sell high ticket offer. Now, I know a few people are thinking, oh, maybe I just need to start small and slowly build up to it. I'm going to really shift your mindset around this today. I want this to be a huge mindset shift for you. Also, I'm going to talk to you about the value ladder. Let me know in the chat with a yes if you actually understand what a value ladder is, or a no if you're not sure. I'm just interested to know with our audience here, or even out on the live stream. A couple of yeses, more no's than yeses. Okay. Okay, fuzzy. Okay, Lynn says fuzzy. Rosabelle says no. Jessica. All right. So when we get into this, it might make a little bit more sense to you. This is great. I love it when I get to teach you something that some of you are not quite sure of. Also, I got a sexy calculator. So if you liked a little bit of the numbers that we did yesterday, I actually have a calculator that I'm going to gift you today that's also going to help you make a decision about what to charge for your program. Plus, of course, we've got home play, daily live challenge, my favorite part, and then the laser coaching. All right, day number 4. I'm so excited to get into today's content with you. So the first thing we're going to talk about is why sell high ticket. So let's head on over to my whiteboard iPad for you, and that is me when I did not have so much regrowth. Okay, let's scroll on down. Why sell high ticket? So if you've been in this game for a little while and you've had customers, selling high ticket is actually going to bring you a better quality client. And there are 2 things in regards to your business that you can kind of compare against. So for your client, for example, let's talk about your client to begin with. Why is having high ticket? So you've got low ticket here, a low ticket offer versus a high ticket offer over here. So the benefit to your client when they pay for a high ticket is the emotional investment. So when they pay more, they are more invested emotionally into the program. Any course junkies in the room, buying course after course, spending $27.97, and then maybe you watch the welcome video. Yeah, Jess is like, yep, that's me. The other thing that's good for your client is actually the perceived value. So in regards to your perceived value, when it's high ticket, it must be better, right? It must be. So if people are comparing you against other coaches, and say there's a coach out there charging $197 for their program to lose weight, and another coach is charging, $2,000 or $3,000, which one do you think is going to give you the better results? Which one's going to give you better value? The higher priced program, right? And that also comes to not only the value, but the results. People are going to assume that if it costs more, you are actually going to get better results. Now, I'll share a little story with you. There was a study done with bottles of wine. So there was a low price bottle of wine, a mid-range bottle of wine, and a really high level bottle of wine. And everyone had to taste the wine and vote which wine was better. Which wine do you think was better? Put it in the chat, let me know. The cheap one, the middle of the road one, or the high priced wine? Which one did this survey say that the wine was better? Lots of highs. The expensive one, Kathy. Yes. Hey, Kathy's in the house. Yay. High price wine. Most expensive. Now, guess what was in the 3 bottles of wine? Exactly the same wine. Because the price was better, it must be better, right? So that's perceived value. All right, let's go back to my whiteboard. The other one is that demandingness. All right, demandingness. I can tell you that the demandingness actually goes down when you have a high ticket client. They expect less from you, right? They actually don't want to be seen as silly, right? So what they do is they will Google first, right, before asking questions. And when we've had, and we sold low ticket for a long time, the amount of complainers and excuse makers, and it was everybody else's fault but their own. And since moving to high ticket only, our clients are just amazing, right? They really are so invested. They want to do a good job, right? And also, at the end of the day, if you're making more money, you can have better fulfillment. So the fulfillment part, let's come back to the pen. The fulfillment part of your program, MNT, can go up. How do you think I can afford to have all of these amazing coaches here? So the more money you make, the better of an experience you can make for your clients. So having a higher priced program actually benefits them. They're more likely to get results because they're emotionally invested. They see the value in your program. You will actually have people that get results. When I studied to be a life coach, it was 3 years of study and many hours of coaching. I had to do pro bono work. They were the hardest people to coach because they had no vested interest. They were just a freebie chaser. And you would try to guide them and they just weren't invested. The only pro bono clients that really did well was at the end of the pro bono, they actually ended up asking to pay to work with me, right? So I know that if you want to have great testimonials and great results, having clients that actually get great results will give you amazing testimonials. And let's talk about this from a business point of view. You're all business owners, right? And from a business point of view, if you're selling high ticket, then also it's pretty simple. Your profit goes up. That's a pretty basic one. If you're selling programs that are more than $100, your profit goes up. And here's a great one. Your perceived value of yourself goes up. If somebody says, yes, I want to work with you and pay you $3,000, you're like, whoa, right? Your perceived value of yourself will actually go up. Plus, the perception of the impact. So the impact that you can have in the world will actually go up because the clients are actually getting their results, which will increase the impact that your business does give to the world. And kind of back to the fulfillment, your service level, that goes up because you can now afford to bring on VAs, bring on admin assistants. And if you have a sales team, your sales team, they will actually have more conviction in selling if you've got a higher program. They're not going to want to sell a $1,000 program because the commission on that's not a lot, right? So if you want to start growing a sales team and have them have so much conviction and belief in your program, and plus they will see the impact that your program is having on the clients, they actually can get more and more excited about selling for you as well. So can you see, if you do increase your prices, it's not for you. It really is for them. Putting those prices up will allow you to serve. I want you to do, especially the women in the room, stop treating your business like a charity. Come back to me right now. Listen. Stop treating your business like a charity. Make lots of money in your business and then you can make impact. Use that money so that you can then go and start your own charity. But you've got to pay your staff and yourself, and then you will be able to do whatever you want. Make lots of money. It's okay. It's just a trade, right? People are just, you want water, you trade money, right? You want results, you trade money with people. It's just an energy exchange. So especially the women, because we all want to help. It's kind of inbuilt, not saying that men don't feel this way, but it's definitely, we're the nurturing type. We want to, coddle everybody. I used to have a program called Passion into Profit, and I was giving it away because I wanted to help everybody. But yesterday I told you about how, I think it was yesterday, I wanted to start a charity, a perpetual charity to help the less fortunate entrepreneurs who would probably never have the opportunity to invest and start in a business or even get a loan for a business. How do you think I'm going to do that? By having people who are able to invest that money to help others. And it's by having a profitable business to be able to then help those that can't afford us. All right, so let's move on down to the value ladder. So what's your thought now, guys, around prices? Are we all going high ticket, 3,000 and above? Okay, I'm going to break it down even further for you. Thank you, James. Sally speaking fire tonight. Yeah, I can get the whip out sometimes if I think that you're off track or you're working on the wrong thing. It's literally hanging over there. I have a purple whip to whip you into gear. All right, if you're not getting your ass into gear or you're making excuses or you're blaming other people, I'm like, do I need to get the whip out? So I might be bubbly and fun, but I can get a little nasty sometimes. And my husband doesn't mind either. Just say it. All right, let's move into the value ladder. I digress. All right. So some people may have seen a value ladder that looks like this. Maybe this is familiar to you. You may have seen somebody kind of draw a picture like this, and they tell you down the bottom here is something free. Right, and then you've got maybe a little tripwire here. So this is a value ladder, but I really like it like this. I like to look at it like this, but there's actually 2 stages to this. So first I'm going to break down free and how the value ladder will progress. So down the bottom here, you have your free event. Okay, so people jump in and they join your free event, right? And of course, it's going to be a live training. Now, some of you purchased a tripwire on the way through, or and some of our MIA people, maybe they've got a little something special, just saying. But some of you bought a tripwire, right, which was the VIP upgrade, which comes with, some training on how to create an AI questionnaire, which you can use in your live events like we did on day 1. So you can have like a little tripwire here. Then you can have a low ticket offer. So that's usually sort of, $100 up to around that sort of $2,997. It's usually just a course with no support. Okay, so is your low ticket offer. And then you will have your high ticket offer. So your high ticket offer, let's choose another color so we can see it. Your high ticket offer, I usually say, is at least $3,000 plus. Okay, and then at the very top here, these are usually like one-on-one or done for you services, or like some really high level mastermind groups. Okay, and they can be anywhere up to, like, the sky's the limit. I actually studied with a life coach who said I'm only ever going to take on $1 million clients, and it took him a few years, but he eventually got his $1 million client, and now he has a waiting list. Right, he just needed to get the first one. Took him a couple of years, but he eventually got there. Now, what a lot of people are doing is they're going free to this, maybe like a low ticket, 197 here, and then another kind of low to medium ticket offer at, let's just slowly bring them up to maybe 1997, and then let's like slowly step them up. The problem with this is you're actually leaving so much money on the table, and you really do need a large audience to slowly step people up the ladder, because as people go up, people drop away and say no. Now, what happens if you said, oh, look, I've got this $197 course, and they say no. You can't say, oh, well, then I've got this $3,000 program, right? You can't go up, can you? I just don't get it why people try to slowly step up. Why not go high first? And then if somebody says no, then you go down. They say no to the 3,000. They say no to the 2,000. They say no to the 1,000. You get to the $500 offer, they're like, okay. Right? But you're missing that opportunity. Now, this is more of the higher level. So this is what a lot of people out there are teaching. Do this one and 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 this one. Now, think about messaging. Somebody who's going to buy a program for $197 is a different type of person that's going to spend $3,000. The messaging's different. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get messaging and your sales funnel for this one and this one and this one and this one. And there's just too many numbers to measure. So this is really, when you get to this stage, which is what we're at, this is the advanced level move. Where you should be starting, if you're not consistently hitting your monthly revenue goal, this is what your value ladder should look like. Free, high ticket offer, and then you outprice this one so no one wants it because it's so expensive. All roads lead to your high ticket offer. Your messaging, your funnels, everything leads to your high ticket offer. Once you've dialed that in, once you've measured it, optimized it, evergreened it, bring in other things. And you know what's so much better when you start bringing in other things? All they are is little pieces of the high ticket offer. So your message stays clear. Yeah? Who agrees? Let me know in the chat. Anthony's like 100%. Love this. James is like, yeah. Right? It's just simple. But so many people devalue what they do. You are priceless, by the way. I don't like the phrase, charge what you're worth. You are priceless. But your program, right? Your program does have a price limit. Test it. You will get to a point where people, because we've done it. Like we slowly increased it. Then we went up, and we're like, oh, our sales dropped. We're like, no, we've gone above where people want to pay, and we've come back down over the years. But focusing on that high ticket offer. Are we excited? Lots of 100%s coming in the chat. I'm hoping we're shifting that mindset around high ticket. My goal for today is to truly make you believe that this is doable, and you will get to those goals when you focus in on one thing and dial it in. Yes, even Scarlett's in 100%. I love that. All right, now for the sexy revenue calculator. Woo! I love me some sexy numbers. So let's bring this training on home with the sexy, sexy numbers. Look at it. Oh, so good. Okay, I put together this calculator. If you would like a copy, then please message your success coach. They will give this to you. Now, not only charging high ticket, I'm going to show you not just money, but time as well. So before we begin, everybody here, even on the replay, in the chat, on the live stream, because I see many eyes out there, what would be your monthly revenue goal? Everyone throw it in the chat now for me so I can see. Get your tippy tap fingers out. If you're out there multitasking, come back for a moment. Let me know, what is your revenue goal? All right, 20, 20, 25, 10, 25, 10, 10, 25, 7.5, lots of 10. Okay, all right, let's just go with 10, okay? Just because seems to be the biggest one there in the chat. All right, so $10,000. Oh, that's 1,000 is your revenue goal. Now, let me know what the price of your offer is. Yes, Anthony, I love that number. Oh, Melissa, 60,000. Yeah. Do you know $83,333 a month is a $1 million a year business? 83,333. That was one of the big goals. I was like, come on, come on. First, I thought 30,000 was going to be enough. And then I hit it and I'm like, oh my God, I'm just starting. All right. Okay. So let's say, for example, you're selling a $200 offer. Or actually, where did I go? Let's three, because 3 is my favorite number. You're selling a $300 offer. So based on that, you would need 34 people to say yes to hit $10,000. Now, that is if you have a close rate of around 30%. Now, not that you would sell on a sales call, but just for example's sake, we've spoken about why sales calls are important, even if you're selling low ticket, because it'll dial your messaging in faster. You'll learn to overcome objections faster, which you can put into your live content so that they're pretty much a yes by the time they get to you. But you would need to do 114 sales calls in a 30-day period. You would need 29 a week, which equates to 43 hours just on calls per week. That's pretty huge, right? Now, let's put in the 10,000. Oops. In the 10,000 here. And let's say $3,000. Now you only need 4 people to say yes, which is only 1 a week. And it's so much easier to get 1 person to say yes to 3,000 than it is to get 34 people to say yes to spend $300. It's just math. It's just math. And you would then only need to be spending about 6 hours a week doing sales calls. It's pretty good, right? So not only are you making more money, you're actually saving yourself more time. So who would like to increase the price of their program now? Yeah? Now, I know my MIA peeps who have been doing the challenge know that why, like how we structure. We did a little bit of how you can structure a high ticket offer. Those of that you have purchased the VIP ticket, we're actually going to break down and build your whole offer over that 3-day event. But I want you to seriously consider, if you focus in on selling 1 high ticket offer on repeat, just 1, for the next 12 months, how good do you think you will get at selling that 1 product? Yeah? Look, so many laughs and head nods and oh my God. How many programs are you trying to sell right now or put together right now? You don't need, remember, people don't pay for you to teach them everything that you know. They pay you to teach them what they need to know. And the only way to make your program better is to have people do it. And if you're going to have people paying a higher price, they're actually going to do it because they've invested more money. They're less likely to like slip under the radar. Most courses under $2,000, $3,000 has less than a 10% completion rate. It's so sad. And as an educator myself, I actually want my people to have amazing results. And I'm hoping that's what you want too. We do this for them. Because it's not the easy road, right? It isn't. It's not the easy road at all. So I'd love to come on over and get some key takeaways before we move into homework for today. Yes, service driven. Exactly, Anthony. It really is. When you truly start focusing in on serving them, it's no longer about getting the sale. You remove the emotional connection to that outcome, and it's about listening more than you speak, standing with them and making your program better. And you give so much stuff away that people actually start, rather than you, and you've probably heard this term before, give, and then ask. If you're like us, you want to bring your best bits of your program out into the free. All my coaches this week that work with our clients have been available for you guys to come and experience what it's like being inside of the VOZ. Bring your best bits out so that you just give, and then they ask to work with you. So much easier. All right, guys. So hands raised. I want some key takeaways. I'm going to unpin my Christy brought in ducks before. If anyone saw her on the countdown, she's got baby ducks in the house right now. I know, right? I was like, oh my God, they're so cute. All right. Let's come to Anthony. Excellent. Anthony, what's a big aha for you?
It's funny because me and James are just like typing directly, messaging each other about each other's medias and whatnot, and just like catching up because we were in the group the other day, and now it's like woo. But I guess like one of the really big aha moments is what you're saying when you're looking at your price point and your clients are going to be, they're going to be very different depending on what your course is actually going to end up being price wise. So your $3,000 client is going to be completely different from your $199 client. And I know I briefly said that we've experienced that with our lower ticket value or our lower ticket service compared to what we would say is our higher ticket service in person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah. I remember when I was taught this exact thing, and I'm like, you're kidding me. Why have I been trying to do what everyone else is telling me? Build a tripwire, build a 197, build a 1997, and as soon as I went straight to high ticket, 6 figures, one focus, one live event on repeat every 6 to 8 weeks. And we got there, we did our first launch was, I need to pull out the numbers, but everyone just exponentially got better and better. We got better at our craft. We got better at teaching. We got better at doing the invitation and how to do the strategy around the teaching. Because, you're very good at what you all do, but there is actually strategy that's going on in the structure that you teach to then book a sales call. And that's what most people don't think about. And I saw a few questions coming in like, how do the lives turn into money? They do if you put the strategy into the way you deliver your lives. You're welcome. We love our Kathy. Kathy is somebody who doesn't look at numbers. She's actually come in. Kathy, are you there? Can you come on screen? Hello, Kathy. I love seeing you here. Kathy, how long have you been with us for now? It must be 3 years. Oh. She's looking for her button. Come on, Kathy. There she is.
It is.
Yes, 3 years. And I remember when Kathy came in, she doesn't look at numbers, and I'm like, oh my God, you're doing so well. She's like, it didn't work very well. And it was something like you were getting leads in at like $10 and every lead was making you like hundreds of dollars. I'm like, darling, you're making money. And then I added it all up and I said, I think you just made about 40,000. You're like, what? I know it's in the replay hub somewhere when we measured your sexy numbers. And I'm like, you've come in all upset because you didn't think that your launch went well until we ran your numbers. So before joining the Sparkle world, what would you say your business was like?
Yes, I was doing the, small step. So the, $47.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I have gone up to the higher level. And I mean, the last year I got sidetracked, but it definitely is better to have the higher level. Yeah.
Now, if people think that you might be too niched, you need to know what Kathy does. Kathy, tell everyone what it is that you do. Because when I met you, I'm like, oh, is that too, like, I've heard of niched, but is that this too niched? But no, it was not once we tested. Yeah, let everyone know what it is you help people with.
I help occupational therapists and physiotherapists to learn how to apply a process to the treatment of the client's arm after a brain injury. So yes, it's very niched.
Very niche, like arm splinting, right? Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
How niched is that? It's amazing.
Also, the thing that I have learned from you is, like, I started off selling courses, but now I sell the mentoring and the how to build the business.
Yeah. Big difference, right? Big difference when you move away. Courses are just like, in day 2, we covered that. Courses are just a small component of your offer. Having you in there gives them that enhanced opportunity so that you can charge those higher prices because people want more access to you. There was one client recently, well, she's now a client. She did a mapping session with us. And in our part of our, if you just purchase our mapping session, what we do is we do the mapping session. And at the end of it, I actually give you a complete script on how to use it on sales calls. And so I'm just giving, and she kept asking questions, and she's like, Sally, just keep speaking to me. And, she's like, don't stop. By the end of it, she's like, okay, how do I work with you now? Right? And she joined. Because I wasn't scared. I just kept giving her amazing content. I gave her a complete script, went through it, and I wasn't scared to over-deliver. Because, it's actually one of our internal brand values is to over-deliver. That's why, we'll have people, like last year, we had people coming in over the Christmas break helping clients, coming in while they were traveling helping clients, but also our team love our clients. Yes, always over-deliver. Deliver and wow the pants off them. If you think this is good, imagine spending a year like this with us, right? Awesome. All right. Who else has a key takeaway they would like to share? I'm going to bring up James because you've been in and out. I want to hear from you. That's how I roll. I just call people. He's looking for his button.
Holy cow, I look like a newbie.
No, you don't. I love your background with the guitars and everything on it. Because I haven't played the guitar for a while, but I do like a strum.
I'm going to prop you. I've been doing this for 30 years, and your training has been exceptional.
Oh, thank you.
I don't distract from anything you're doing, but my wife and I have been in the industry for 30 years, 7-figure earners.
Yeah.
And I would send my team to you. It has been awesome. But for me, you already said it, but that's what I had written down. I love the build, measure, optimize, those short things. And people don't pay you to teach them everything you know. As you get longer in the business, I forget that. That was so big. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Who else do we have in here? We have Rosabelle. Hello, Rosabelle. What for you has been your biggest takeaway?
Well, there's been two things. What James just said about I had to write it down, not trying to teach people everything I know, but teaching them what they need to know. It's like, whoop, switch. And the other one is you made me feel that it actually is easier to sell a high ticket item. And even though I've had my $5,000 program, I ended up pulling back just because I offered it at 6 to one client, and I know her so well, and she dilly-dallied and she said no. I went back to my 5 real quick, and I've stuck there. And for some reason, I haven't been doing it regularly because I go, oh, well, let's do the $2,500 one until you get warmed up. It's like tonight you just made me realize, what am I doing? I can actually raise my price from 5,000 to 7,500.
Done. There we go.
I can do that.
Right. And look, whenever I get on a call, like I forget who gave me this one. Go for the no. Go for the no. Because if you go for the no, you take off the added pressure of that getting the sale, remove yourself from the actual outcome, right? Remove that emotional connection and enjoy learning when you speak to people. And if you give them enough value, they will ask to work with you when you do your conversations well. Because they're like, am I going to continue doing the same old thing? You know, that leads to insanity. Or do I have to really try something new? And if you don't try something new, nothing's going to change, right? You have
Absolutely.
That's it. You've got to step out into that uncomfort zone. My first investment was so scary when I invested in a coach. I now have a budget. So I've got a marketing budget. I even have a coach budget inside of my business. So every year I'm thinking, am I going to reinvest? Who am I going to use? You know, because it is so influential to have a coach that can see things that you don't see. That, like, you know, as a 7-figure business owner, you still need a coach. I mean, Tony Robbins, the coach of all coaches, has 6 given coaches at any given time. All right, let's move to homework, shall we? Let me find my little screen for home play and a little bit of GSD. Okay, so inside your workbook, we are going to do a self-audit. You can see I did not set this scene properly. I've missed it, but that's okay. We're going to do a self-audit. And I want you to, now that we've chosen when you're going to do your next live event, I want you to set an income goal. Okay, and then I want you to think about what you would like to earn this time next year in 12 months' time. And how will that make your life better or different? So you will see this worksheet inside of your workbook. And I want you to do this self-audit. So I'm just going to head on over to my screen. But you will see, actually, you'll see there, there's a couple of other questions, but I want you to just think for a moment and complete this. I'm going to give you 5 minutes and then you've got your home play done for the day. Okay, and then snap a photo and post it so you can be held accountable. Okay, and then, yeah, make sure you submit. So let's do our 5 minute of GSD.
I'm thinking back on all those times when I felt closed off from all that I could become, eager but too scared to climb. Wanted to please my friends, but it felt like the end of myself. I was shut down and all drained out. I was lost, so I had the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness. They turn on me, but now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they saying, this is who I am. This is who I am now. They think that I have lost my mind, that I'm not being true, but they don't have a clue, 'cause this is me when I cut out all the shallowness and everything I suppress to fit in a small frame, but I won't play your game anymore. So I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness. They turn on me, but now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they saying, this is who I am. This is who I am now. I'm gonna let them talk, but I ain't following nobody else. How can I be resentful when I finally respect myself? I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness. They turn on me, but now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they're saying, this is who I am. This is who I am now. You interrupt me and I interrupt you. A shame. When did we start losing and stop giving? I remember I gave it time, all of my time. Now my mind's lost in its thoughts. I want you want only you, but my heart's all tied up in knots. Wanna release it, 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 wanna release it.
All right, we are back. We are back. All right, lots of comments about my music. Thank you. We love our music here in the Sparkle World. So the music that I use, a few of you have also asked, and this comes up quite often, where do we get our music from? You see, when you are live streaming, you can't use popular music. So if you're doing a private closed event, like an onstage event, you can use popular music, but when you're live streaming, you're not allowed, or they will block your videos. So I actually use Epidemic Sound. So I will drop the link in the chat. It's a partner or an affiliate link. I don't know what. I don't really mind. Use it, don't use it. Epidemic Sound is what I use. And then if you've got a subscription, what I found was when the first couple of times I got a little warning from Facebook, and then I said, I have an Epidemic Sound subscription, and they leave me alone now. So I can stream as long as it's, Epidemic. It's worth the money. I mean, seriously, it's pretty cool music. I listen to it even when I'm not live streaming, looking for new songs. And, it gives the artist as well out there on Epidemic Sound that, like the Shine song. Epidemic Sound, I came across it. I'm like, oh my God, and I cried. I cried so hard. So now it's kind of an unofficial Sparkle anthem. All right, how did we go with our home play? We're all getting there. Yeah, we can do some laser coaching and chat about that when we do breakout soon, all right? Okay, let's talk about your home play now for the live stream. So with your live stream, I want to talk to you about this first before we talk about what you're going to do. Today, I really want you to focus on story. And I'm very annoyed with my setup over there. Hang on. I'm just going to, hang on. No, let me fix it. You know me, then it'll be right for next time. Because I moved my camera recently. My camera used to, it's actually gone, and it sits a little higher than it used to sit because my husband brought me more toys. There we go. That's better. Okay. So today I want you to think about story. Now, story allows people to connect with you. Your story, whether it's your achievements, and if it's your achievements, that's okay. For you, it doesn't mean you're vain. If you share your achievements allow people to say, whoa, if you can do it, does that mean I can do it? Right? Because when you're helping people on your live stream, the shift you want to take people through is, you can do it? Does that mean I can do it? And then they go, I can do it. I need to do it. I have to do it. I must do it. I'm crazy not to do it. Right? That's the movement that you want them. They first get the realization through your achievements that, oh my God, you can do that? I can do that? I need to do that. I must do that. I have to do that. And then I'm crazy not to do that. Okay, so think about story. But I'm interested in you also testing vulnerability today as well. So I want you to share, what does success look like to you and failure look like to you? Because we all have different definitions of failure and success. And if anyone was in Jackie's session this morning, I actually left before she started, but I do remember she asked everybody to type in a word based on their belief around the word money and what they see it as, and everybody sees money differently or thinks about it in a different way, the same as the word success and failure. For me, success is impact, not income. What's it for you? And it can be totally income. Don't lie because you want to sound all high and mighty. If it's income, that's okay too. The more income you make, the more impact you can make. All right, then I want you to share with us what's something valuable that you've actually learnt from failing. And what mindset shifts do you need to make in order to hit your income goals. And I'm hoping over the course of the last 4 days, we've had some pretty good mindset shifts around money, business model, what you need to do, what you can outsource, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And then finally, I want you to share your biggest aha from day 4. Of course. This one is story time. I do not mind how long you're live. Sometimes I'm a little sad that you finish early. You know this is my favourite part of the challenge. Yesterday, I was laying out, watching your videos, watching the sunset, thinking, I wish there were more videos to watch. Then I started going back through old videos from previous events. So just talk. Share your story. We had a coach working with us for a while. She used to say, the more you talk, the more good stuff will eventually fall out. Right? So just talk and keep talking and something good's about to fall out. And then you might end up with that umbrella story like I accidentally created through just talking one day. So that's your challenge for today. Money for the mission, Jessica. Actually, somebody said that in my coaching session at 4 o'clock this morning. I turned up to my coach this morning and there's only 4 of us in the room. But yeah, they said money for the mission because she had been trying to decide between, do I continue trying to get my charity off the ground or do I look at the product? And everybody said, go for the product, sell the program, sell the offer, then you'll have money for the mission. So who was that? Jessica. Yeah, money for the mission. I love that. All right, so make sure you do also submit now. Tomorrow is graduation day. We're going to bring it on home with graduation. It is, and there will be a prize draw for the sparkliest live attendee. And if you're on the replay, wear something sparkly on the live challenge as well, okay, so that we can judge those that cannot attend live. But tomorrow we're going to bring it on home with the power of 1. And I'm going to show you how you can actually be more productive in your business when you use and we culminate, like I said, everything builds upon everything that we've done over the last 4 days, and day 5 brings it all to a head. Yes, if you don't have anything sparkly, you can make something. You've got amazing kids. I'm sure they've got glitter boxes and arts and crafts. Yes, Anthony's nodding. Yes, they do. So nobody's manly enough to not wear sparkles. I'm just saying, right? I do thank my dad very much for my surname. Today is our 6-year anniversary for the Sparkle Class Academy. So this time 6 years ago, I quit everything and went all in full time into the Sparkle Class Academy. Officially started I'd quit earlier than the 15th, but officially everything was done on the 15th of September. And here we are 6 years later with an amazing team and still having fun every single day of the week. So I have to thank my team for being so amazing. All of what you see here could not be accomplished without their amazing support. I used to do all of this by myself. I was a solopreneur for a very long time, and it's so nice to now be surrounded by so many amazing people that can support you guys to share your sparkle with the world. All right, as always, last song of the day. We're going to stand up and then we're going to go dark and all the things. I'm just raising my desk. I had to sit down before. It's getting warm here. Not as warm as where Joyce is, but... All right, here we go. We're going to dance on out as always. We'll see you all for the Sparkle graduation tomorrow.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way